Hey, I'm here with Susan Garrett, who is one of the absolute most amazing entrepreneurs I've met since I started publishing.
Thank you, Jeff.
And she does remarkable things, remarkable launches, helps people around the world. She's an amazing dog trainer, amazing entrepreneur, making huge impacts on people around the world.
Thank you. Hey, everyone.
Yeah. So, Susan, you were just shared with me something you heard recently.
Yeah, you know, for me, it summed up who I am and what I do just so beautifully. And it's when my husband says, when are you going to retire? Or somebody says, you know, I still compete and in the sport of dog agility, and I've been winning, you know, gold medals for over 25 years. And what, you know, so many people come and they go and they leave. Or I actually have 7 coaches for what I do. So, you know, always look for mentorship. That's a gem that helps you to be, as you know, bring out the best in yourself. And so here's the line, and it is because better has no finish line. Right? And I think that's impactful for those of us who are entrepreneurs, that as a way of forgiving ourselves when we're the best leaders we can be, we're the, you know, best business owners we can be, best content providers we can be, but yet, you know, sometimes we beat ourselves up, but that's okay, because tomorrow you can be better, because better has no finish line, right?
So to put this in context, I didn't know anything about dog agility. I know many people do, but I didn't until we met. But it's a very, very competitive sport.
Yes.
And Susan is like the Michael Jordan or the Tiger Woods of dog agility. She's literally won more world championships and national championships. I don't think you can even remember how many you've won.
I don't.
And so when you hear that better has no, I mean, just to put that in context, Susan's probably the greatest competitor I have personally ever known. And to see you going after it like that is absolutely amazing.
But I think that you know, if everyone just takes on ownership a little bit of that, if it resonates with you, because it's in your health, it's in your family relationships, and most importantly, if you have a community, or if you're trying, you know, some people feel really awkward about selling, and you know, selling is something that it's a mind shift, that it's, you know, have to be presenting these great opportunities, because there's so many people out there in your niche that are struggling, and yet they don't want to invest in themselves. And one big reason to push them over the edge is to, you know, remind them that better has no finish line. So it doesn't matter if you've been succeeding in whatever it is you've been doing. We can all keep growing and being a different version of who we were yesterday.
And so Susan is one of the most competitive people I've ever met in my life. Ever. And she's been in my Platinum Plus program for 7 or 8 years.
Since the beginning.
Yeah. And it's a very competitive, they love to compete with each other. One of the, and Susan sort of is the standard bearer for competition within that group. But one of the things I love about you is your approach to competition, and how really it's about, you're competing to make yourself better.
Absolutely.
And you've always said that one of my favorite quotes from you is how you, every single time you compete, every time you compete, which is every day, you win.
I win.
And
Absolutely.
Can you talk a little bit about that?
That, you know, sometimes I win the gold medal, but always I win a lesson, so that I can invest and become better the next time out, or that I can help somebody else that's in my community. So every single time out, I'm winning. And a lot of that is the meaning that you assign to the event that you're going through. So I'm a junkie of podcasts. I heard another good one recently where the fellow was talking about, they took a survey of Olympic athletes and said, are you nervous, or how do you feel just before you're going into the competition? And I immediately gave my answer, and it was exactly the same answer. So what do you you know, take a guess at what they are, you know, feeling?
Well, I've heard you talk about this before, so
they're not feeling nervous. We're not feeling nervous. We're feeling excited. Right. So when I ask some of the people who I'm coaching, and they just can't be their best, and there's a mental game in the ring, and if you think of, oh, I'm nervous. How do you know you're nervous? Well, my palms are sweaty. My breathing is elevated. My heart is racing, and I feel like I have to go to the bathroom, and I'm dry. I said, do you know how I know I'm excited? because my palms are sweaty and my heart is racing and my breathing's elevated and I feel like I need to go to the bathroom, but I yet want to drink. It's what you think about, the meaning you attach to what's happened to you. So if I come out of the ring, and I've been at world championships where I've been the hero and I've won the gold medal, and I also was once at a world championship where there's 3 dogs on the team, and Canada sent Susan Garrett with 2 of those 3 dogs, and I ran the wrong course with both dogs. And that could be devastating, but it's, you know, I walked out of the ring and people were like avoiding me, like, and it was like yesterday ended last night, to quote Zig Ziglar, and you know, what meaning would I attach to that? I didn't give it a second thought, because that, you know, how I compete or how big a launch I have doesn't change who I am and where my happiness comes from, right? All it is giving me the gifts of great lessons. And so it's the meaning that you attach to the events that happen in your life, to quote Tony Robbins, that allows you to keep looking to be better, because better has no finish line.
Yeah, and we're trying to get, I mean, a lot of times people have asked me over the years, it's like, so what's next for you? You know, I mean, like literally, like when I released Product Launch Formula in 2005, like the next week, someone's like, okay, so what's next for you? And I'm like, and now I just say bigger, better, faster. And Perfect. It's like, I just want to do what I do and do it better.
Right, absolutely.
That's what I wake up. It's like, I just want to do it better today than I did it yesterday.
Right, and because the people in our community are the ones that are the benefactors of that, when we, you know, take that time. And what I have found is the more that I'm growing, the more I need to take that refueling time. And whether that be, for me, it's the 5 hours at the beginning of every day, that most of the times in the gym or meditating or whatever that I do, that when I take that refueling time, that I am more innovative and I can help more people. So, I mean, you have your refueling time on the river and the ski slopes and cycling, and I just find that the bigger my community is growing, I can be more impactful by taking that time, whatever it is that it is to each individual, to give yourself the opportunity. Somebody described it as you have to create space. So if you don't do whatever it is that you do to create space, then there isn't a vacuum there to grow bigger, better, stronger.
Right. World champion Susan Garrett. I'm Jeff Walker. Wherever you're watching this, scroll down, leave a comment for us, and let's go get them this week.